In today's gaming news, Advanced Warfare may be the best Call of Duty in years, we get a sneak peek at Star Citizen's first-person shooter mode, and thousands of Hearthstone bots get banned. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Force here with your day's gaming news. First up today, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare launches tomorrow, and according to reviews so far, it might be the best Call of Duty in years. Reviews are currently averaging between an 8 to 9 out of 10, with Eurogamer saying it's another Call of Duty, familiar and at times frustrating, but it is without a doubt the finest Call of Duty for some years. And Giant Bomb said that it's the best multiplayer the game has seen in some time, and the whole thing totals up to a satisfying if familiar experience. So yes, while it is just another Call of Duty game, a basic shooting gallery with a lot of the tropes that you've expected over the past few years, it does mix things up a little bit with the inclusion of this exosuit. Now so far I've actually put about 3 hours into the game just playing through the single player campaign, and I do plan to jump into the multiplayer, which is where people are really saying that this game feels different and is sort of reinvigorating the series, which, you know, I mean, I hope so, even though I'm not a Call of Duty guy, and I'll probably just play it for a couple of days and then put it down until next year's installment. It's good to hear that people who love that franchise are hopefully getting a better product this year than we've seen in the past few years. I mean, I guess Ghost was received all right, but nothing blowing anyone's mind, and this overall seems to be getting a much better reception, so that's good stuff. Stay tuned for some coverage here in the channel. I've got a checkout video going up today, and then we'll see some multiplayer content coming up within the course of the next few days. And speaking of first-person shooters, I've got some FPS coverage from a game you may have not expected to have first-person shooting, and that is Star Citizen. The first ever FPS gameplay was revealed this weekend at PAX Australia. We have a 10-minute demo that shows a 4-player co-op mission taking place in an abandoned space station. Now, the FPS module for Star Citizen is expected to launch at some point in 2015, and I did take a look at this 10-minute gameplay demo. I have to say, it doesn't look great. Really, the animations, the gunplay, something feels pretty off about it. Now, before you jump on my back, Star Citizen fanboys, this is a title that I am looking forward to, and the game is a lot more than just an FPS. In fact, frankly, I didn't expect this to be the most polished, you know, well put together FPS experience, because Star Citizen is so much more. It's a space sim. A lot of what you're going to be doing is flying around in space in a spaceship, doing ship-to-ship combat, traveling throughout the universe, you know, all of that stuff. That's sort of the core focus of this game. This FPS thing is just a nice little extra that's supposed to, I guess, round this game off a little bit more. So even if it doesn't turn out to be the best shooting experience in years, that's okay. And you know, from what I've seen, it's not going to be, but again, this is very early footage. Things can, of course, get better. I'm not trashing Star Citizen as a game. I'm just saying the FPS stuff, it looks serviceable, but not mind-blowing. And that's okay. And last up in news today, Blizzard has banned a ton of bots from the Hearthstone ladder. In a recent round of bans, Blizzard closed several thousand Hearthstone accounts that were associated with botting. Rejoice! So very exciting. Hearthstone bots were really plaguing the ladder. It was quite ridiculous. I felt like 9 out of 10 times when you were playing an aggro lock on the ladder, played like it was probably a bot, and there's a good chance that it was. So several thousand accounts getting banned. Fantastic news. Now in the wake of this, we actually also saw the closure of a website. Crawlerbots, which was a bot-generating website, has posted the final notice. This is our last official announcement. The recent ban wave in Hearthstone hit a lot of users. After discussing this with Blizzard, it's clear that we have to take off our services products now. Please note, we're not going to be commenting further on this. Thank you all for being a part of our community. We are very sad about this, but you also know botting is against the rules, and we all knew that this day when our products doesn't work anymore would come. Boo! Frickin' who? Cry me a river, Hearthstone botters. I really, well, actually, part of me kind of liked it because it turned out to be easy wins, but you know, it's against TOS. Something like this was going to happen eventually. Blizzard has really gone after bots in their games in the past. I mean, I know they shut down the entire, what was it, the glider program or whatever for World of Warcraft, and it's been something that they focused on, creating a fun and fair experience in a lot of their games. balance aside. So it's good to see that they've taken this effort to shut down botters on the Hearthstone ladder. Obviously, I guess sad for the, it's not even sad for these people. You were running a botting website. Come on. You knew what was going to happen eventually. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode of The Feed. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to comment in the comment section below about any other topics discussed here today. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Have you tried it? What do you think? Are you going to check it out? Let me know in the comment section below. Take a look at that Star Citizen FPS module. Again, I'm just saying it doesn't look amazing, but that's fine because Star Citizen is not just an FPS. And then Hearthstone bot accounts getting shut down. Were you affected? If so, shame on you. And how do you feel about the closure of this website? Let me know in the comment section below. Have a fantastic afternoon, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. So I'm just going to come clean here. There may have been a point in my history, some many years ago, where I partook in something similar to a botting experience in a game that involved a lot of grinding, and I didn't want to spend all that time playing. So I guess I'm just as bad as these assholes, huh? Oh, well, shame on me.